I cannot hear purring. And with that, welcome in everybody. A little bit of green room talk going on. Welcome in. I am Ook, and we are here for another episode of the Chill Pill. I have got with me living legend, like I said in the Discord. It's Pangolin. Hey, Pangolin.
Hi.
So, welcome in. I've been. I'm gonna tell on you a little bit. I've been trying to get this interview for what is it now, 4 or 5 months. I,
Yeah.
I actually like after the finals in Cincinnati, I like rushed up and like cornered you and your sister both, and was like, I need you on the show. I think I was nicer about it than that, but I do appreciate you agreeing to come on. It's been yeah, you've been one of the top players for over a year now, and I think people want to know, where you coming from and more about you. So thanks for agreeing to do this.
Yeah, thank you. I'm sorry for resisting for a while, but yeah, it's good to be here.
I mean, to be fair, you don't hide who you are on screen. I mean, I know you're a little bit shyer, and that's okay. You didn't ask for the level of fame that comes with being one of the greatest players on an obscure 1990s puzzle game. Uh,
Nope.
but yeah, it's been, gosh, a little over a year since you really burst onto the scene at 2024 Hartford. Um, Tell me, I'm sure it's similar to the story your sister gave me a couple of months ago, but tell us kind of what brought you in, how you came to play Dr. Mario, and what the journey has been like.
Sure. Yeah, my memory is not too great, so whatever my sister said is probably more accurate. But yeah, I guess we just grew up playing video games, Nintendo, and Dr. Mario was one of our favorite ones, at least my sister and I. So um, yeah, so that's background there. But and then I think just randomly a couple of years ago, I just Googled like Dr. Mario tournaments, which is something I'd always hoped existed but didn't know about really. And yeah, and then I saw that there were some regionals coming up. So I think the first one I actually went to was the Pennsylvania one before the Hartford one. But yeah, and then I think a few years before there was actually one in Connecticut that wasn't part of this
Right.
um, regional thing, yeah, but that was like 2015, I think. Um, yeah. So,
Wow,
is that
2015.
it?
Oh yeah, yeah, it can
Yeah.
be. It's up to you. Um, yeah, 2015. That predates the actual DrMC, so that's
Yeah.
crazy. We do see that sometimes. You'll get somebody in the Discord will mention that such and such a convention is hosting a Dr. Mario tournament. You look and you're just like, oh, okay, yeah, uh, maybe the format's different. Maybe it's just in a place where we know that none of our people are going to be heading. We're just like, yeah, good for you guys. I'm glad there's something going on, but it definitely yeah, I've kind of lost my train of thought, but yeah, definitely the older tournaments did exist. We didn't
Yeah,
invent the game after all,
that
but
one was super small, and then they didn't end up doing it the next year. So I think it was part of the retro games one, but they didn't continue it. It probably wasn't very popular as a tournament. So,
yeah,
um,
it's amazing that we get anybody out to play the stupid game sometimes.
yeah, Super Smash Brothers was big that year. So I think, but yeah, Dr. Mario has always been my favorite.
Well, that's great. Um, yeah, I think I'd forgotten that you were at the Philadelphia Regional. How did you win that one as well? I don't. My memory is completely shot.
That's good. Yeah, I won that one. It was me and Rob Burrito in the finals. I robbed him from the victory, but yeah, that was the first one. And I wasn't planning on going there, but I just happened to be nearby. Like so, 2 days beforehand, I decided to go, and yeah, and I thought I did much better than I expected. I didn't know a lot of people I hadn't met anyone yet, but I played on the Fightcade a lot, so
Got you.
I was hoping to do well, but I wasn't sure. Yeah.
And you did Hartford in 24, and was it Leviticus that won that one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I was getting my wires crossed. We don't really have a single database of verses like we do for speed, so my memory is never quite as strong.
Hmm.
I have to remind myself that this is the fourth year we've done Louisville, even though I've been there for all of them. So that's just kind
Hmm.
of where it goes.
Yeah.
So I was, kind of prepping for this. I woke up this morning. I was like, oh yeah, I get to do a chill pill today. I forgot, uh, which was, I was, I forgot because I can get ready for this in like 5 minutes. So it's not like it's a big deal. But I was trying to figure out, how do I introduce you? How do I talk about you? And the words, um, top female players of all time was kind of most decorated, I believe, was the phrase that
Hmm.
I had in mind.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you're to the point we can take the word female off of there, and that's something, I mean, we always talk about how great it is that the women of Dr. Mario are such a strong group, but it's to the point that you've won two regionals. There's only like three other people who can say that.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
and then when you're just limiting it to female players, you've got of course Heather Ito won the DrMC back in 2019, and you've got your sister taking a runner up last year. You've got Betty who won in Louisville in 24. As far as just decoration of female players, that's kind of it. So that puts you really high in the conversation. Top four finish last year, two regional titles under your belt. Uh, do you feel like do you feel like that's deserved, that you that when I say one of the top players of all time, does that surprise you or no?
Um, it does. Yeah. And I wasn't really thinking of it that way. But yes, I appreciate you saying that. Thank you. Yeah, I guess it's true. Um, yeah, I don't know.
It's okay.
I,
I kind of hit you. By the way, to anybody who doesn't know, we do these interviews completely off the cuff. I do very little thinking ahead of time. So I just hit her with that. She had no idea that was coming.
I should have some realistic questions I could could have prepared,
Yeah, I
but yeah.
don't. I don't come up with a list of questions ahead of time myself. So
Oh, good. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's kind of a new thing. Like I've been playing Dr. Mario forever, but as far as playing against people live and online, that's a whole new thing. It's like when people talk about neighborhood good,
hmm
like we play just the same people growing up, but now we have like the whole world at our disposal. So it amps the competition up and makes everything more exciting and um, you never know what you're gonna get. It's easy to underestimate people, and I think it's just gonna get bigger and better every year because that seems to be what's happening right now. So um, yeah.
well, I mean, when your neighborhood involves, a world runner up, and yeah, I mean, Ruggie is no slouch. I watched him play in 24, and I know. So I
Yeah,
mean, I mean, you guys manage womb good. So that's
that's the point.
that's a level
Um,
that most people don't get to practice with.
no.
Um, you know,
Yeah, if Robbie had more motivation, I think he'd be good. But yeah, he doesn't understand the obsession that that some of us have with Dr. Mario.
I mean, Larva and Packy had to marry each other to get that level of quality of play in the household, and you guys were just born into it. So I mean, we should honestly be offering your opponents an extra crown just for the lack
Yeah,
of experience that they've got. Anyway,
that's a good point.
I'm
Yeah.
just cutting up with you, but it's it's been interesting watching because it's kind of well known. I'm not as big into the versus scene as I am in the speed scene. I don't know as much. I'm rarely on Fightcade. Actually, probably should fix that in the next couple of weeks since I'm going to Louisville again. But um,
Yeah.
it's always fun when we see a player kind of just jump out in their first tournament or first couple of tournaments and just turn it on. And I don't know that there's ever been anybody else who has come in and just demolished a tournament from nowhere, the way you did in Philly. We usually at least recognize the names, and that's the thing. Like the Fightcade people knew that you existed, but those of us who
Yeah.
just sit and watch, we were just like, who is this gal and what has she done? Because you come
Yeah.
in, you tear through a tournament, and what was it like in that first immunity pool? We went to Columbus last year. You were one of eight. It was your first nationals, which is, or worlds or whatever you want to call it. It was your first Columbus. How did that compare to being in Philly, being in Hartford, and kind of what was that experience like for you?
Yeah. So yeah, it was exciting. It's definitely more nerve-wracking because I knew I would meet a lot more people. Like in Philly and Hartford, I met some people who I'd recognized from Fightcade. But yeah, nationals, I met Snipe for the first time and Betty, and all these other people. So yeah, it was scary. I don't really feel deserving to be in the top eight. So it's like weird because like the other people in the top eight, if I play them on Fightcade, I feel like I never beat them. So it feels strange to be like grouped in that group. But it's great playing live. Yeah, it's more nerve wracking, but it's not so much nerve wracking because I'm afraid of losing or doing something. I think it's more if I lose badly or like make too many mistakes, that's kind of what makes it nerve wracking for me. Otherwise, it should just be about fun and camaraderie and meeting with friends and stuff like that. Um, but in Hartford's nice because my sister was there and it's just nice to have more familiar faces. Um, but yeah, but she didn't go to that first nationals, so yeah,
Yeah,
it was cool though.
yeah, I remember. And I mean, you say not deserving, but I remind you, you've made the immunity pool twice now.
Yeah.
Limited number of
Yes.
people who can say that either.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah. I don't feel too confident this year. I think my sister actually, yeah, I think she's on Fightcade. I don't know if you pay attention, but she's now a rank above me. So I feel like I've got a lot of catch up to do. And then of course she got second at the nationals. So I don't know. I gotta
Right.
get my game up if I'm gonna have
Well,
a
I mean,
chance.
we'll get a chance, I'm sure, to talk about. I don't know if we'll have time. I don't know. Think we'll have time, but I mean that match between the two of you could have gone either way last year. That is an all timer.
Yeah, it was fun.
That
Yeah, but
is.
yeah, yeah.
Go ahead.
One moment when I was playing her, I realized that whoever won would play Snipe next. So I was kind of like, I win either way. If I
Right.
lost, I wouldn't have to play him. But I love playing him online, but it's different when there's everybody's watching. Yeah.
Every year, I feel like there's one match that just encapsulates everything. It sits head and shoulders above all the other matches that were played. I've been lucky enough to call two of them. I didn't get to call this one, and shouldn't have, because having Betty and Savage on the call there was absolutely the right move.
Oh
But
yeah.
it's up there, and being able to sit in the crowd with like Leviticus over my shoulder, Dawn on the other shoulder. We're back there. I think Rod might have been back there as well. We're all just kind of sitting there, going, "Oh, look at that! There's that!" And I mean, it was electric. It was 100% electric. And you know which crown I'm talking about. That one crown that everything kind of rested on.
Yeah.
And I don't know how we managed to get one every year, but that one was absolutely this year's. And it explains the game so much better than any of us can, of just how nerve wracking it can be, how amazing the experience is, and how competitive it really is.
Hmm.
So, yeah, that.
Yeah, the excitement, yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, the excitement in the room for that one crown was it was yeah, it was just crazy whether you're listening to it like live or some I think somebody was driving home so they were listening to it from their phone and it was just like yeah, it was one of the craziest moments of my life, I think. But yeah, that's
So
it.
it could have gone either way, and I don't think anybody will complain about another Pangolin Perula matchup ever, because that's the
Yeah.
third or fourth time you guys have met in a versus tournament.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I can't remember. We played a couple of times on the monthly that Leviticus
Right.
puts on, but yeah, we're not usually matched up, I think, for that. But um yeah. As long as it's a close game between us, I'm happy.
And that it was every
Uh,
time, I think. Um,
Mhm.
so about the screen name, I'm gonna throw that out there. I mean, your sister picked a songbird, you picked an anteater cosplaying as an armadillo. What is there? Is there anything that's not too personal that led up to that? I'm just being curious now.
Yeah, yeah. I made it a long time ago. It's like probably over 10 years ago. So I know like COVID, there has some pangolin COVID connotations, but it was before that. And it's just an animal that I really love. It's got scales and can curl into a ball, and it's a mammal. So I'm just there's no particular reason. Just I guess I kind of relate to that personality wise, trying to hide or something. But I just think they're really cool. Yeah.
That's fair. Anna Dewdney, the author of the Llama Llama books, did a book about a pangolin that my kid received in the mail during the Dolly Parton Imagination Library back like 10 years ago. We read it so
Mhm.
much, I think I still have the whole thing memorized. So
Yeah,
it's,
that's cool.
yeah, that's about all the lore I've got about a pangolin. But yeah,
Yeah.
we're always curious about all the things. And some people, it's clear this is where their screen name comes from. I should have asked Lev. Come to think about it,
Hmm.
because that's I know for a fact that's not his name. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, like I said, I was just being curious, and I appreciate you answering
Yeah.
questions.
Hmm.
Do we want to get into the match, or is there anything else you want to chat about before we do?
Nope, we can continue.
All right. So we are looking back at the Hartford Regional from 2025. We've got, I believe I saw it was a top 16. I kind of fast forwarded into the brackets. Well, literally, it was just an intro. That's all we've got on the live is the finals. And of course, you ended up with the one seed. And Savage was saying in the intro that you were undefeated. So, was there anything that particularly stood out in the qualifiers for that, or was it just like boom, 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 win a crown, win a crown, win a crown?
Um, yeah, I guess honestly I don't really remember. I should have watched it first, but
There's nothing to watch.
yeah, I don't know. I remember playing Elsie, but I don't think that was the qualifying, or was it? I don't know.
Probably not, because looking at the four up that we've got now, Elsie's
Yeah,
on the other side, and if you played her, it was probably in the next round.
I think it was yeah later. Okay, so yeah, I don't remember a whole lot.
It's totally fine. Sometimes you get really, really good qualifiers, and sometimes you don't. I
Yeah.
can't. Oh yeah, it's because we didn't do qualifiers in Louisville. I was gonna say I don't remember any qualifiers in Louisville last year, but it's because we did a double elim tournament instead. All right,
Mhm.
so top 16. You're the number one seed overall, and by this point we'd seen you play a couple of times, so we all knew that was completely fair. You come up against Jeff Desu, somebody I am not familiar with. Had you had a chance to see his play before then, or no? Or
No, I don't think I'd heard of him before either. Yeah.
all right, so um, how much nerves do you still have when is it always full nerves every time you get behind the controller, or do you get a chance to calm down when you do the quals?
Um, I think it's like nervous until the game starts, and then my brain kind of shuts off, so I just focus
Right.
on that. Yeah, I mean, yeah, like my palms are definitely sweaty when I go up there, and I'm probably like shaking a little bit, but um, other than that, yeah, like it's just focusing on the game. Um,
Cool.
yeah, it's having the lights and the cameras, right pointed at us probably doesn't help, um,
Yeah.
but but
Well,
it's
unfortunately, that's the only way we can have a show. So,
yeah, and I'm glad that exists. Yeah, it's nice seeing like when you're watching, you can see the players, and it's there's so much work that goes into it. I don't know how Bidwell and everyone else who runs it. It's yeah, but
yeah,
I'd probably be more nervous setting it up than playing. So I'm glad I'm on that side of it.
having helped with the setup and tear down a few times, yeah, I can confirm it's a lot. We're not going to have a Dave at Louisville this year, and I'm just like, okay, I'll do the best I can to help.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, does the commentary, do you even hear it, or is it just kind of in one ear out the other, and you're focused?
Yeah, it depends. I guess where I'm seated, I think I can usually hear it and pay attention to it. I think there was one point where I think one of the commentators made a comment on a move that I like before I did it, and
Oh yeah.
I don't think I saw the move before they said it. So I think it might have just been like to create an umbrella or something. So like that put the idea in my mind. I don't know if I followed through on that, but I can definitely pay attention and play. Um,
That's
yeah.
that's always one of my great fears as a commentator is to affect the actual play.
Yeah.
I don't like the idea of that. I kind of wish we had a way to isolate the players from the commentary, but
Mhm.
and our commentators a lot of times will tone it down just a little bit over what we would say or do because we know the players are right there, and it's difficult. It with speed. I'm going to say what I want because you can shut the commentary off. You can mute, and if you choose not to, that's on you. With this, I mean, we don't really get that choice, so
Yeah.
it
But
makes it tough to me.
yeah, it's not usually too bad, but every now and then, yeah, it can be tough.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's get into this first game. Of course, you had moved up to 14 high. It was 10 medium, like many of our qualifiers, but let's see what you get. And okay, so opener is a double blue. Let's see if I can get you the second pill. You've got a choice of 2 or 6. I can't imagine you're going to do anything else with that, or maybe you are, and maybe I'm missing something. What's the play? What's the thought process here?
I have no idea. Yeah, probably one of those two. I think I'm gonna put on the six one, but I don't know. I'm not really sure. I
Oh,
don't think there's really a lot of thinking involved, so probably just go for the easiest, closest option.
makes sense. I mean, I looking at it now, I'm like, huh. I wonder if placing it vertically in 5 and planning for a horizontal, that's a terrible play. It's a terrible idea, but part of me is
Yeah.
like, huh, that could work. But
If I had more time to think about it, yeah, I that comes across my mind too. But
but at the same time, I mean, that's versus. You can't just stack up and make those sort of plays on the first pill. It's kind of gross.
yeah, mostly blue was open on the second one. Yeah.
Yeah. It looks like you're going five slot in with this double red. I'm gonna assume that the next one is gonna go into 4, and you're gonna hope that it's a 3 double reds in a row.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh yeah, you're not. I'm not asking you to predict what you're what you're gonna play. Nobody gets that right when they do. So by all means,
Yeah.
whatever you're thinking about as you look at it, that's kind of what we're looking at here.
Mhm. Yeah, my mind now is to put it next to the blue in case there's a red blue coming up.
Nice.
Um,
Yeah, yeah.
but yeah,
All right. So here's the double red, and okay. So you're going with this red yellow. Looks like you're going into 3 4, just making a clear, not worrying about a combo. Um, feel free
yeah.
to, yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't always do that, but yeah, towards the beginning of a game, I think I tend to play a little more safe if I'm in competition mode, but sometimes I do weird stuff and then hope it works out.
Gotcha.
So I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, when I talked to Bidwell, he said that was kind of his thought process. He wants to get below the first couple of rows of viruses so that
Mhm.
he's got a little more room to work. You get other players who tend to, focus on getting the combos even at the very beginning of the game. That's a more of a DM hero style, I would say, where he's
Yeah.
like, if it's not a combo, I don't want to build it early on because he and Barrett both like to just stack people straight to the sky first thing.
Mhm. Yeah, I feel like a lot of expert players do that. My problem is that I'm not great at cleaning up so close to the top. Um, so yeah, if somebody bombs me and I'm too close to the top, it's too hard for me to fix it. But I think our play level does our play style changes to like if I lose two crowns, then the next game I might change up how I play in the hopes that I can win the third one.
Makes
Um,
sense.
yeah.
Okay. Okay. I knew I was going to get it out of you somewhere. We're going to get how you play out of your head,
I don't
and
know
and
how I play.
well, that's you're good. Yeah, you do. It's all in there. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I was hoping for that kind of play. You are in fact planning for a combo, and I really like that idea. I had been thinking about it, but there was no point in bringing it up. But
Yeah.
I like that setup in 2-3. It shows the foresight, and I liked when you've got that offset one, and so even if you get four of them in a row, you get the option to drop down. So yeah, I think
Mhm.
that's definitely the right play. And there's your red blue coming up, so we both know
Nice.
where that one's going. Whole
Mhm.
whole chat knows where that one's going. All right, so combo there, and wow. Okay, so the double red just dropping down there was absolutely perfect, and we can look over at your opponent's side and see that you're already really starting to mess up the top of his board. Do you ever stop and watch your, or not stop, but do you ever take a chance
Look
and
over.
glance over at your opponent?
Um, Not too often. I'm sure that I do. Yeah, it just depends. I think more like if however you want to say it, trash is falling down, I might look over, but um,
Right.
I don't I don't specifically make a point to. But I think I heard Snipe say that he does once, so now I it's on my mind more that I should do that, but I'm not
Yeah,
sure if I have.
I
Yeah.
think I think Snipe is always trying to figure out where the garbage is going to go and plan for that. I That takes a level of thinking that I'm not sure I will ever
Mhm.
achieve.
That or instinct if you play it enough, but
I
you're right. I don't
guess.
know.
I just don't know. I don't know how you could get to that point where you can figure. I mean, everybody knows that the triple or a quad is going to include at least one pill half in 4 or 5. But unless you're actually stacking up their 4 and 5, there's too much RNG involved.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll keep going here. You got a double yellow and a double blue. That's almost certainly going in 1 and 2. And now a double red. Okay, makes sense. You get so many double pills in this game already. A nice T there. That was good, quick play, quick thought. Your speed is definitely something that I envy. I'm kind of known as being a quick player, but the speed with which you just see your things and drop it down. And I mean, look at that face. You're conniving. I can see it right there.
Yeah.
Absolutely, just planning the doom of your opponent.
Yes. Yeah.
Just not even gonna deny it. I love it. But it's the level of focus you've got. I think that may be the scariest thing. Is
Yeah, it's not something I don't a lot of people have told me that like I don't have a lot of facial expressions, but yeah, I'm not. That's just how I am, I guess.
Yeah, it's fine. We all play our way, and I wouldn't ask you to change anything about. Oh my gosh, that tee into a drop. Yeah, that was the dagger. Yeah, I wouldn't ask you to change a thing. It's really funny because as we see, certain players, they get really animated, and some players are very stoic. Um, I try to just sit back and relax and not let anything else get to me. But you, I don't know. It's something. Maybe it's the kind of half smirk that's always on your face. Don't change anything. Don't get self conscious about this. I'm just telling you. Maybe
Yeah,
it's
I
the
don't think
kind
I'm
of
able to.
half smirk that's there, and we're all just kind of like, is she going to kill us or not? You know, like a
Yeah.
like a horror movie villain, just a little bit. And that's fine. That's part of what you bring to the table, and it's. I haven't had to play you yet, and I'm worried I might get frightened if I do. Um,
Yeah,
all right, so
we
it's
can
a.
do some.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh no, nothing. Go ahead.
I was gonna say it's a very packed board on the second one, and you've got a yellow red coming in. Do you think middle of the board, or do you want to attack that one lone yellow at the top, or are you thinking something crazy like a vertical and three with the red down so you can maybe take a horizontal? That seems like a bad move to me, but I'm not the one with the championship here.
No, yeah, I'd probably get the highest point first, so that the one on the right, the
Yeah,
yellow. Yeah.
makes sense. The idea of a flat board really is helpful.
Yeah. Although I love sandwiches, or is that what sandwiches are? And they're yeah, without any drop time would be more efficient, but yeah.
Gotcha. The sandwich is, or the only sandwich term we really use is the D sandwich, where, say, over
Mm.
on in column 8, where you've got the red, the two yellows, and the two reds, if you took the two yellows out so that you could take the two reds vertically, or the three reds vertically, that would be a D sandwich.
Okay.
So the yellows are sandwiched in there, and you're taking them out. That's the whole premise of that.
Oh, okay.
Which would be a really terrible thing to do with double yellows in the middle. That's just not an efficient play, but that's the only one I can see right in front of me. Or up on the
Okay.
top board, you can see that the red in column 8 as well. Uh, Getting that out of the way so you can take those three blues together, that would be a D sandwich.
Okay.
Short stack, I think maybe was the phrase you're looking for.
Probably yes. Thank you.
You're good. You're good. A lot of terminology. Is there anything in you that wants to turn it and put it into 5-6 so that you might potentially get the horizontal on those reds in 7-8?
Um, no.
Okay. Okay. Just a thought. Let's see how you go. Yep. Oh, and they come out perfectly, so it's practically a short stack right there. That's a quick combo, and it drops garbage on your opponent that he did not want. I think I might have seen you apologizing there. I doubt it, but uh, all right. Any pill that catches your eye, by all means, say something. But okay, I like what I'm seeing. Got some setups going here. Yep. All right, and you're setting up for a kill shot. Just a combo, but I mean, any combo can be a kill shot if you try hard enough. There's the combo. And another one. Whew.
Yeah, I didn't see that just now, but
That's always the most fun. Do you ever go back and watch your own matches?
I do sometimes, yeah. And
Because
it's crazy.
yeah, when you go back and you see things that you didn't, or you don't see things that you did see in the game, and you're like, how? That's
Yeah,
Those are always the most fun. I think.
yeah. I think I was watching a game, probably against my sister, and I was like, I didn't feel like I played that well, or against maybe against Coop in the Nationals last year. I felt like there's a lot of luck involved. And so I rewatched it. I'm like, I felt a little bit better. Like it wasn't quite as lucky as I thought it was. But yeah, I think I do rely too much on luck and speed and not as much as efficiency.
All right, I'm going to back it up real quick to actually that pill. So here you get a drop into 5, and I just wanted to point out because it's a really, really smart play. Up until this point, this double blue is you're just going to take some garbage down. But here, now that the blue garbage ended up in 5, you see it, and it becomes an optimal play to start setting up for the horizontal on the blues in 6 and 7, and you take that, and I saw it developing. I was like, yep, that's exactly what players of speed or versus either one should do, and I just wanted to point out because it was exactly the right play, and I thought it was really nice.
Nice.
All right, so and it comes to fruition right here as you set up the that horizontal, and you're going to get an all clear in a really quick time. I mean, look, that that would score you so well in qualifying. That would be a nasty score. All right, first pill is always the one I like to talk about. 6-7 with the red over the 7. I'm assuming I can't see another optimal play here.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're more fun to talk about when you got options, but you really don't here.
Yep.
All right, and everything going top side, get a combo. How important is it for you to get first blood? Ooh, nice cross.
Um, yeah, I guess fairly important. Um, Hard to say though. I mean, I always try, but yeah.
Yeah. I mean, would you be willing to sacrifice a little bit of like stacking stuff up on the top more in the interest of getting? Oh my gosh, they're still on the first game with LC. um,
Mhm.
if you had to choose between making some early clears and getting some more space or knocking down that top, do you make that choice, or is it you're just like, no, I just want to get work down? I know it's situational, but what do you think
Yeah.
goes more?
Now that you mention it, I think I just want to get a combo right away. I'm not good at stacking. That is one time I look at the other person's screen when we're at the top, and I see like if I see them stacking, I definitely want a combo as soon as possible to mess up their
Right.
combo setups. But yeah, I think since I don't like stacking so close to the top, yeah, I just try to get a combo right away.
That makes sense.
Um, yeah.
That's like the one advantage that my speed pedigree really gives is that we see the ability to just drop stuff down quickly, even more so than the versus players do, because you guys have
Yeah.
to do so much survival and so much late game planning. Uh,
Yep.
it really does. It's interesting when people come in and they don't realize just how different the different play styles are.
Hmm.
We've seen an influx of versus play into infused into speed, where we're looking for the heavier combos and stuff now because they can be more efficient. But at the end of the day, they are still two very separate styles. And yeah, the ability of a speed player to go, okay, boom, 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 and now I've got my first combo out of the way. Uh, Generally, we'll see a speed player get that a frame or two faster than the versus players, and it's insane the difference, but it really does make a difference. So
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
I was curious. Okay, so this is our first look at what the bracket looks like. Of course, you've got Elsie coming up. Um, Bidwell and Dave, Fwubs, Madawi, Sazzy, Perula, Bajada, Savage, Rez. A lot of, and no offense to the players I didn't just mention, but there's there's top players and the people that we know and see all the time, and then there's the folks who walk in or are just kind of there for their first ones. Um,
Hmm.
do you? I I know how it ends up. You know how it ends up, but it's how much looking ahead in the bracket do you do, or are you just like, I got Elsie next. Let me face Elsie, and we'll figure out what happens next.
Yeah, I like to look at the whole bracket. Sometimes I just look to see if I'm gonna play against my sister or
Yeah,
something.
I
But
knew,
and of course,
I knew that was going to be it. Oh
and then of
man.
course my yeah, because I yeah, but yeah, you never know, and rankings don't always
Oh yeah.
indicate the play either. So like yeah, um, and I think Medallia had played in Pennsylvania that first time. So um, but yeah, I guess it's just fun to look at who you might play against when you
Mm.
look at the whole bracket.
Yeah. Is it always a sigh of relief when you see your sister on the other side of the bracket, like on the opposite side?
Yeah, it kind of is. Yeah.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all.
And
Uh,
it's more motivation too, because if we both keep winning, then it's just a fun idea that we'll get to play each other.
mm-hmm,
Yeah,
mm-hmm. But you want
I'd
that to
rather play
happen
later. Yeah.
as
Yep.
late as possible.
Yeah, I like to play people as closely ranked to me as possible. It's more challenging and obviously usually more fun to watch. So if that makes
Right.
sense. Anyway.
Right. Right. But I mean, Perla's somebody who can have your number if she's playing on the right day. And yeah,
Yeah.
honestly, and I'll say this ahead of the Cincinnati match. Uh, you hadn't ever lost to her on the big stage. We
Yeah,
had,
that's true.
we had seen it. I believe in. Did she go to Philly with you?
No, she didn't.
No. Okay, but we had definitely seen it in Hartford. I think we might have seen it in Hartford 24. So for those of us who, like I said, only watch the regionals, we don't maybe get into the monthly checkups. We didn't know what to expect with that, and I think the expectation among that small group was that you were the likelier winner. So now we all know. Now it's very clear that it's a toss up either way. But yeah, I mean, the more familiar you are with somebody, the likelier you are to for it to be a toss up.
Hmm.
We see that a
Yep.
lot. And then sometimes you just got
Yep.
players who've got each other's number, and you never know what's going to happen. All right, let's see if I can find your next match. Scrolling, scrolling, scrolling. I should have done this ahead of time, but that's okay. This is what happens when we do
Hmm.
live. Oh, that's okay. So we're close. Oh, no, that's Savage and Rez. I missed a chance to meet Rez a couple of months ago. He splits his time between Connecticut and Florida, and he was down in Florida for a work thing, and I didn't get a chance to. He invited me down to Orlando to see something, see a wrestling match that he was working at, and I didn't have I didn't have the time. So too bad. It would have been fun. All right, next match. It's you against Elsie, and I don't know who was playing on that camera earlier, but they were much taller than you.
Yeah.
And Chris, bless him, is always trying to keep up with what's going on as well as play himself. It's between
Yeah, I
comms,
don't.
cams, and playing. Oof.
It's very impressive. Yeah.
And I believe this is just practice, making sure everything works. Uh, yeah, it's like I was saying, it's going to be tough in a couple of weeks at Louisville because I don't know who all is going to be there with tournament experience as far as running a tournament. So I'm going to be working pretty hard that weekend, I'm sure.
Mhm.
But all right,
When
go
is
ahead.
it happening?
We've got
When is
Louisville in a couple of weeks.
in a couple weeks? Okay.
Yeah, yeah. The 28th will be the Louisville regional, And in years past, Larva, Savage, and Dave have all been there. I know Betty's coming, so that's
Oh,
somebody
good.
who's got the experience. All right, so you got Elsie. You had played against her. You said some on Fightcade a little bit. Of course, another rising star in the community. So, did you have any thoughts leading up to this match?
Not really.
It's cool.
No, I didn't have any expectations.
All right. Well, we got a double red, and finally we've got options. So, where does your brain take you first? A vertical or a horizontal? You've got exposed reds in 1, 2, 5, and 6. Where where
Yeah,
where do you lean? Just looking at it now.
yeah, I'm not sure why, but I'm thinking vertical and six,
Okay,
but horizontal would be fine there too. So I don't
that's a very Dave Smith move. He told me after when I interviewed him after Louisville, I think he said if I get a double pill, I almost never lay it vertically or in the at the beginning of a versus match, and that
know.
has stuck with me. I don't know why, but it has because he's always looking for the combos.
Yep.
But okay,
Yeah, and
vertical.
double blue. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
No, no, you. I'm just reiterating what you said. So tell me what about a double blue?
Yeah, so yeah, I mean, it would make sense. Like, I just love those combos where, the double red next to the double blue.
Mm-hmm.
But since double blue isn't that the most rare piece in the game?
Oh dear. Yes,
So that
technically,
wouldn't
but
really
it's
be.
like it's like the rarest zeros in roulette are the rarest. Yeah, it happened. It's there, but it happened. Yeah, it's like the percentage that the house is going to win by in roulette. That's what I'm trying to say. It's there, but it's a very small percentage.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, and I'm only groaning because I've heard Dave complain about how much we say that. Poor guy's got to listen to all of our commentary, and yeah, I don't blame him for being upset about that. All right, looks like you go to
Oh,
one. It's okay. It's okay.
no, I'm just curious. Yeah,
You win.
wasn't
Remember.
expecting it.
Otherwise, we're not having this conversation. All right, so this double blue is now critical because you've got garbage. It looks like you're going right side. Do you think it's going to be more for setting up on 6 or on 7, 8, or possibly for starting to clear the garbage on 6?
Uh, I'm thinking 6, 7, like horizontal.
Okay.
Um, yeah, but I don't know if that's a smart move, but that's probably what I'll
I
do,
don't either.
I think.
I'm real curious. Because, I mean, it does set up 2, but generally you want the 3s, but the 3 is so high up on the board that the next piece of
Yeah,
garbage that comes there, and of course, once garbage shows up in one place, it tends to show up in the same place. That could be devastating. So, okay.
yeah.
You got me curious. Yep, that's where you set it. And you get the double blue and just a little bit of charity on the garbage. So, whew. I think that's more of a critical moment than most people would realize just watching.
Hmm.
That
Yeah,
moment really does kind of define the game, or it had the potential to. Let me say it that way.
yeah.
There's the fat log. I was kind of curious with that yellow blue if you were going to set up with the thought of a fat log potential, but you did get it either way, so that was cool.
Mhm.
Stop me at any point. All right, feel like that was a misdrop there.
I think so too, yeah.
Okay,
That definitely was.
it's by the time you've commented. By the way, beautiful, beautiful cross there. By the time you've commentated on all of these top players who have such different styles and different ways of looking at the game, you never say it's a misdrop unless you know for a fact it's a misdrop.
Yeah, that's very true.
And with verses, a misdrop is just a combo waiting to happen. So
Yep.
you just never know what somebody's thinking.
Yeah.
That's I'd say that's a good chance that that's why Snipe is as deadly as he is nobody knows what's in that guy's head ever.
Yeah,
It's
I still don't know how
yeah,
he does it.
he's thinking on a level that most of us just can't can't even reach. Not that he's like super genius or anything. It's just he's on such a different wavelength.
Hmm.
And I mean, he is really
Yeah.
smart, so that helps. Ooh, okay. So you got a pill here you can't do anything with. Clearly, you're gravitating towards 3, 4. Just okay. Let me see if I can pick apart your brain. It's you're hoping for some red blue and to build a combo that way.
Um, I don't know.
Okay,
Yeah, I don't think I'm hoping for anything, but yeah, that does make sense.
okay. You've won 2 tournaments, gal. There's got to be something in that brain that's making all this work. Although I do feel like the I don't remember what animal it was that was jealous of the centipede's ability to dance. So in the fable, he asked the centipede to break down exactly how he dances, and the centipede forgets how to dance because he's thinking about it too much. I don't want to be like that for you, but at the same time, I'm just genuinely curious of what's going on in your head. So let's see what happens.
Mhm.
You're gonna combo either way. Gross, just a gross combo. I. Mm. All right, I like the ideas that are coming through. Now you're set up for like multiple combos and just waiting for the trigger pieces. And that's building another setup. And again, I think the ability to find the setups is just as important as the ability to find the combos.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, you can see combos, but can you see how to build them with what you're given? It
Yeah, I
sounds
know.
really pithy, but it's true. All right, I think we're in another critical moment here because you've got, of course, a double blue would simplify that column 6, but you've kind of got the starts of an umbrella. I know if I were playing this board in speed, first off, I would just reset right now because there's too much garbage going on. But this is a normal board for verses. My instinct is to drop this red blue vertically in 6 and either horizontal 7, 8 with this double red coming up, or put it in 7, drop the whole thing down, and hope for the best. Where does your instinct lead you with this piece?
Um, I yeah, I'd probably just put it in the middle with the other red blue, 3, 4, I guess.
Into 3, 4? Okay.
Especially yeah, because since I have the double red coming up, there's so many times when I like try to get it over to the right in a case like this, and I don't always make it, and then I top out. So
That makes
that would be
sense.
too risky to yeah.
So you think even at speed 36 that you're going to just ignore column 7 and 8 for now?
I think so, yeah. And I didn't even consider the move that you said, which was vertical in 6. Yeah, I don't think that would have crossed my mind.
Okay. And now looking back at it, it's not a great move because you've got blues stacked on blues there. So if you can
Hmm.
get to 7, then you're set. But
Yep.
yeah, I think with Elsie being as low as she is, with all of the garbage you've got, and with the potential for tackling things in 7 and 8, of course, your column 1 is an absolute garbage fire right now, and that getting to that is going to be tough. But I feel like this is another one of those critical junctions, and it's going to be curious to see. I haven't pre-watched this. I have no idea who wins this particular crown. But
Yeah.
okay, let's see what happens. I'm real curious now.
Oh.
And that's okay. I see what you mean. Does the fact that you usually play a lot on Fightcade affect your play when you get to the live tournaments? You think
Um,
the slight differences in the control?
y- yeah, because yeah, it eliminates lag, which is super helpful. Um, but I think I play safer, yeah, on in live.
Okay.
But I'm not sure how that. Yeah,
Ooh,
oof, I
yeah,
don't know why.
yeah. I There's some stuff on dash charging that I don't. Oh, and there it goes. Yeah, those two attempts to make into seven did
Yeah.
prove to be painful. And yeah, I feel like the dash charge is probably going to be different from Fightcade over to live. That maybe you're used to pressing like a half second slower, or 3 or 4 frames slower, whatever the actual lag is. And
Yeah, it could be.
if you're preloading it, because let's see, no, that would give you a later time to be able to do it. So if you're doing it later, then it's not going to charge properly. Gosh, that making a difference just seems like such a small thing, but it can build, and it can just build. Okay, sorry. Having a moment, thinking out loud. Blue yellow 3
Yeah,
maybe
yeah, either three or vertically in one, I guess.
vertically.
Line up the blue to get
Oh,
sideways.
oh, I like that.
Not
I
really.
like that a lot.
Yeah. It's the only way to get it like the most efficiently, I guess, but you're
Yeah.
still relying on luck for the next pieces.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's a very speed thought. Have you ever thought about doing speed?
Hmm.
No.
I like speed, but I get too frustrated when if I make a mistake, then it just, yeah, ruins my whole time. So I have a patience issue, I think, with that. I feel like I make too many mistakes, and with verses, you can fix those mistakes, but with speed, you can't. So, yeah.
Okay, that's fair. The
Mhm.
door's always open. All you gotta do is just
Yeah.
play a qualifier. We'd love to have you. Okay, that's all the proselytizing I'm gonna do for that. Let's see what you do. I like that vertical one, and that is what is now would be kind of a standard play in speed, which makes me a little mad I didn't see it. Oh, combo, gross. And the game just gave you that one. That was oh
Yeah.
oh. Okay, you did miss the T, but other than that, you still managed to pull a combo. Ooh, these are haymakers. These are absolute haymakers. That you're going to get charged with a crime after this one. Oh my gosh, that was a disgusting crown. I mean, you got the right RNG for it, but that was an absolute disgusting crown. All right, looking at this, I'm going to assume you're going to go 5-6.
Yeah, probably.
I will tell you that a vertical tuck in 7 is a neat but kind of gross play that nobody would play, but I like it.
Yeah, that did cross my mind too, actually.
Yeah, nobody plays like that. I play like that. Nobody else plays like that. It's
It looks cool.
tucks
Yeah.
are me. I play a lot of tucks in my speed play, and sometimes I do it in verses too. But yeah, nobody's playing like that. All right, let's see what you do. Yeah, that 5-6 is clear. Was that? Did you mean to get that blue yellow over into 1-2 instead of into 2-3, or
Um,
I can
I'd have
back?
to watch it.
Yeah, let me back it up. So here's that blue yellow, and
Um, no, I think I did that on purpose.
okay. And again, that's sometimes it's just the speed player coming out in me, because that would be the play in speed, but in versus, you're building up for the combos. I get
Yeah,
it.
but it's not most efficient. Yeah.
No, but efficiency doesn't always matter.
Hmm.
Like the efficient play with that blue red would have been to put it horizontally. I think you just kind of missed a little bit,
Yeah, this drop. Yeah.
but it's gonna. Oh, it might cost you a little bit, but it won't be too much. And here comes a cross clear. So Into a drop. Into a drop. I didn't even see the drop off the top of my head.
Mhm.
And there's the win. And again, so you know, you managed in the time it took Chris and Dave to do two crowns to win all three and play a fourth one. And then as at the same time when it was the first game, you went through three crowns in the time it took Elsie to win one. Like there's something about your speed that is crazy.
Mhm.
Very, very efficient. All right. Next up is Dave. We love our Dave. So, any thoughts? Or are you just like, okay, I'm zoned in, tuned in, ready to go?
Um, yeah, probably just zoned in.
All right. I'm assuming this is still practice, although that was a really nasty drop into a horizontal.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, they haven't even reset the crowns yet. So let me get us moved forward. Be respectful of your time. Okay. Oh, that wasn't even it. I was about to start analyzing that board. And again, it's so boring when the obvious play is the only play.
Yep.
I mean, I guess technically you could tuck in under to 2-3, but that's a terrible play. Like that's an actual bad play. Nobody should do that.
No, I
Um,
guess not.
because that yellow is sandwiched in, and you've got the opportunity to desandwich it and take the blues tripled up. That would be a better setup. That's a stupid play. Just because it's feasible doesn't make it good. So I'm gonna shut up about that. All right, fine. We'll let you do the obvious thing. Blue yellow would have been a better, or blue red would have been a more interesting pill. Oh, and he takes the combo from you. I always get so frustrated when that happens.
Yeah, you just kind of expect it anyway. Um,
I don't because I'm a speed player and I'm not used to other people messing with my boards.
that's true, huh?
All right. Oh, that was a really good just shelf drop. Can we call it that? Is that a thing? I guess we're going to call it that now. Where you just kind of had a whole shelf set on top of the horizontals and you just dropped everything down and it looked great. Dave missed by just a little bit. All smiles though, both of you. That's good to see. Do you have a preference for player one versus player two?
I like player two just because I don't like being in control.
In charge. I
In
know
charge, yes.
exactly what you mean.
Yeah. Even though it's definitely nice if you have to pause it or something in fight cage, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Okay. I see one this time, and it's not a stupid play. Are you?
Yeah, on the left.
Yeah. Are
Um,
you? Does your mind go there, or do you just see there's exposed blue red? Let me just go there.
yeah, it's hard to say, but I guess I would say the exposed ones, but yeah, I'm not really sure.
I mean, that's the first place I see, but
Yeah.
it's especially if you're getting multiple blue reds because that's not going to build a combo. You're going to get if you got all blue reds, you're going to go 5-6, 5-6, 6 vertical, and then you're going to be sitting there going, "What do I do with this next blue red?"
Hmm.
So it's not a fun setup. A blue red followed by blue yellow is better over on that side. But okay. Oh, you do set it up. I love it. Of course, it still doesn't combo, but this
Yeah,
will.
yeah.
All right. And okay, that's going to drop into a combo. I didn't know if maybe you were setting up the horizontal Okay, there's the horizontal setup, and very patient. I like waiting for that. Now it's garbage, and you know what you do with garbage. You destroy it and make combos. And I recognize that smile on Dave's face. He knows that he's punching above his weight class here.
Well,
It's true, and he knows it. He's just having a good time. That's what that smile was. He's just
mhm.
like, I'm gonna do the best I can, but I know how this is gonna end up. I probably have the same look on my face. I'll probably have that same look on my face if I'm still facing Adelito this weekend
In speed or in the?
in speed. Yeah.
Mhm.
Now, according to Adelito, he's just as good at verses, or possibly
Yeah,
better, which is very scary to me.
I can believe that.
All right. Ooh. Okay. What do you think?
Oh, I it looks good to just put it all the way to the right.
Okay.
So yeah, for the blue sideways.
I like that. I've got a weird thought of vertical in six to try to
Hmm.
maybe run an offset fat log if the pills come up. I mean, they're unlikely, but a double red, red, blue, blue, yellow sequence would be really neat there. But I mean, what the odds are so stacked against getting something like that. Okay, all the way to the right. I like it. Very simple, smart play, and that's what you pull. Okay. So you get the double blue. And, I mean, you've got every color exposed. So it's always a good feeling.
Hmm.
And that garbage did absolutely nothing to you. Excuse me. I think that double red was kind of the critical pill, the one you stacked vertically into two, or horizontally into 2, 3, because you didn't have anything else to do with it, and you chose the right path. It goes for a combo. It ends up triggering, and now I mean, you've still got Dave on the ropes, and it's I haven't checked to see how much down pressing either one of you is doing, but I know with his speed pedigree, he's going to be thinking about down presses. How much down pressing are you usually doing?
I think I'm probably trying to do it for every move. Um, as far as I know, the only time I don't is if I want to see what the next pill is before I set it down, or if, the speed is too high. But
Right.
um, yeah.
Well, well, at this point, you're at 20 pills more than Dave. Like you have seen 20 pills more than he has. Make it closer to 30 because he just now transitioned into speed 37. You've been in 39 for a minute and had garbage time. But this is the first time we've seen you challenged in this tournament. How does your mindset change when you've got stacks on stacks over here? Like how your right side looks right now. Does it change your play? Do you start thinking about maybe more horizontals, or where are you going?
Um, yeah, I don't like having high stacks like that. I feel like a lot of my games tend to be like that, where the two, column one and column eight are high
Mm-hmm.
stacked. So yeah, I do often try to get rid of those early if I can. Um, but sometimes it's helpful to just leave them there. And yeah, sometimes I'll like build up to get those sideways ones, but it's not usually I feel like it's not efficient to do that. Um, but I can't resist, I guess.
Yeah, yeah, and it really does just depend on what you've got available. But at a certain point, you've got to go. Am I going to am I going to try to get more combos, or am I going to try to clear my board down to where I've got more exposed viruses? And uh, honestly, that may be the biggest difference in most of the play styles that we see is what you do with that choice.
Hmm.
So you prefer having a cleaner board no matter what.
Um, yeah, it, that's probably accurate to say.
That given the choice between clearing a board and slamming down combos just off of and letting the garbage pile up, that you're gonna focus more on let's get the clearances and kind of get the board back to manageable.
Yeah, I think all that clutter can kind of distract me.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, yeah, the more clutter there is, if unless it's like all single, I don't know, single pieces, then it's like more, yeah, more fodder for combos. So it could go either way, I guess, if that makes
Right.
sense.
Oh yeah, definitely. And like I said, I feel like that is a key element to um, what makes different players tick when it comes to their ability to win in an end game.
Hmm.
Do you think, hey, I'm just gonna get combos regardless of who's of how stacked up my board is, and I'm gonna try to top my opponent out versus I'm gonna go for the all clears, and maybe I don't get as many combos, but that's still it doesn't matter because I'm gonna be faster than my opponent. I'm gonna finish the game. It's that can really make a difference, I think.
Yeah, and it can vary just on your mood or who you're playing against
Mm-hmm.
and or how you've been playing, all that stuff.
And I mean, we
Yeah.
keep coming back to Snipe, but he's the only player I know of who can manage to do both at the same time almost every time.
Yeah, no matter how much bad luck he gets, he
I know, and
still gets it.
it's weird. He's up there. Like Adelito does similar things when it comes to his RNG in speed, and it's something that most of the community, almost all of us, haven't been able to figure out. There's a rare few like influx who have worked with him and talked to him. I sat there and had a 3-4 hour conversation with the guy, and I'm still flummoxed. But Snipe is about the only player on that level where they think in that particular way to
Mhm.
where it doesn't really matter. They're going to do both. But yeah, I think for everybody else, it is a question of are you planning combos, or are you planning to clear your board down? Most people are doing one or the other. So interesting to know that that's the direction you lean on that.
Yeah.
A lot of things to say one little thing. All right, so we got Perula taking on Sassy. We know how that goes. Actually, how does that go? Does it go 3-0 or does it go 3-1? Okay, yeah, 3-0. At this point, you guys have kind of set yourselves up as head and shoulders above the rest of the competition. Um, I know it was a bit of a disappointment for Fwubs not to end up in the two, or,
Yeah.
coming out of the two spot. Is this an actual match, or are we? Oh, yeah, I think you guys are going. That's hard to say because you
I
nod at
don't
each other.
know. I think it's a practice.
Okay, cool. How do you refer to two sets of a triplet? Your triplet, or your, because she's not your twin. How do you, I guess
Yeah, we
just
just
your
say part of
sister.
triplets.
Your what?
Yeah. We're part of triplets if anyone asks, I
Right,
guess.
right,
But or we just say yes because I think we're twins.
right,
It's just
right.
easier to say yes. But we don't spend a lot of time together anymore, so that doesn't come up as often.
Yeah. I guess the safe. Oh wow, she's got some good combo play. I guess the safest phrasing is your sister. Uh,
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe this is the game. I don't know.
I don't know. It's hard to say because you did nod at each other, but But no, you're both looking
Oh,
away. Yeah, no, this isn't the game. You know, I know a lot of the community that doesn't get to see you very much has sometimes will get the two of you confused, but looking at you side by side, I'm like, no, you guys have never done the switcheroo, surely, or did you look more alike when you were younger?
we did, and yeah, I used to wear contacts until like 2 years ago, so it'd be harder to see the difference. But but yeah, we did actually switch places once in like elementary school, and our teacher did not know about it. But yeah.
Did she ever find out, or did?
Yeah, one teacher was in on it, and my I was with a teacher who was in on it, and my sister was with a teacher who didn't know, and she just we don't have the personality to like pull it off, so I think she just spilled the beans, and then we switched back pretty quickly.
Fair
But it
enough.
was fun while it lasted. Yeah.
I don't know. I can see. Granted, you like you said, you do have the glasses on, so that helps. But I don't know. I think there's some
Hmm.
jawline differences or something. I think if anybody knew you
Yeah.
well enough,
Yeah.
but anyway, yeah, I played basketball with a pair of twins in eighth grade, and I never really had a lot of trouble. They were practically identical. One of them had a mole on his right ear, but you know they wore different shoes and different, obviously different jersey numbers, so people knew. But
Hmm.
it, I think other people had more trouble than I did. Anyway, just the obligatory multiples questions that I'm trying to steer away from because I'm sure you get them constantly. But
It's been a while, so it's all good.
um, 1 2, or I feel like 1 2 is the better choice because 5 6 doesn't lead to a combo unless you get an extra yellow.
I agree, but I feel like I would probably yeah, it could go either way.
Okay.
Because at least if you get a yellow red next, then you have like two combos set up,
Yeah,
depending on what you get.
yeah. I think this is a situation where you got to see the next pill to know exactly where you're gonna go. But uh, and again, like the tuck is a stupid play, but it would work.
Yep.
And it in speed that drops you an extra. It saves you a quarter second
So you would
of.
go for that for speed.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't know because it saves you a quarter second of drop time, but unless you have the degree of control to drop it safely, you know, get
Hmm.
that tuck in at almost full speed, you're going to lose that extra quarter second and more making the tuck. So
Yep.
it really depends, but and I'll tell you right now that that's not a tuck I'm the safest with. I'm much more likely to screw that up. Okay, let's see what you do. Oh no! It wasn't even the right play.
That's probably for the best.
Oh, I was really curious. But no, they've got to hype you up on the commentary. Okay, and of course you're gonna get one that's got a boring. I mean, it's a seven
Hmm.
eight because even the tuck into 3 4 or even over the top with 3 4 is not great unless you've got a double blue coming up.
Hmm. Yeah, I'd probably say all the way. But you never
Yeah.
know.
No, you do know, and we both know that's where it's going. It's probably both of you. Yep. All right, and these are the right plays. There's the combo. Prula gets it by just a little bit, not by a lot though.
Mm.
More nervous or less facing your sister?
Um, Probably more nervous. Yeah.
I believe it. Oh, okay, still a drop. I saw an idea, and then you basically did the same idea without having to think too hard about it, and that's usually the safer setup. Okay. Oh, that was nasty. Oh, I like that. That was a really, really good drop cross. Oh, I don't know if you saw the Game Scout video um, that he released right before Cincinnati, but pretty much every bit of commentary, all you hear is "oh," to the point that it was like, "Oh, is that all we say?" That would have been an "oh" moment with that. I'm still talking about that one drop cross. Oh, and you almost get the kill. Perula's in
No.
survival. There she goes. Okay. I didn't even realize till I saw her making a lot more movement that
Mm-hmm.
we were in that point. She moves a lot more than you do. Okay.
Yeah. Mm.
Vertical 1, vertical 5, horizontal 4 or 5. I don't like horizontal 4 or 5.
Probably vertical 5.
Vertical 5. Okay, I agree. I think that's the better play. Okay, let's see what you do. Oh,
Oh, guess not.
and then Perula with a nasty cross herself. I just glanced over and saw that. And I mean, partially it's because she's a little bit faster on the combos, but she had already like jumped you in speed very
Hmm.
quickly. Is she the faster player, just overall?
I think so, yeah. Um, I also I think I was using a controller from the game. Like now she brought her own controller. Um, but I don't like any of my controllers, so I just picked the best one I can find. Um, so she probably has like newer stuff, but
Are you going to be remedying that anytime soon?
I just bought new pads, so
Good, good,
hopefully, but yeah.
good, good. Yeah, I've got a controller I call the Betty Killer now, because at Louisville last year she found out that she couldn't use the controller she was most comfortable with
Yep.
during the finals, and I offered to loan her mine, and she touched it for about all of 3 seconds and almost started crying. Uh, she she was like, "This is the worst I've ever felt," and I'm like, "I'm sorry, I really like this controller."
Yeah, it's weird. I know Snake had that problem too. He couldn't use his own controller um
Yeah,
last year.
it has to do with the consoles that Chris has, and the fact that certain third party controllers have been known to like literally wreck the consoles, and they're
Mm.
not cheap. So I get
Yep,
it.
that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean you can here, because I play with it all the time. This is the sound. That's the D-pad rolling around. But I'm so used to it that playing with a stiff D-pad doesn't feel right to me. So,
Yeah.
all right. So you're definitely in the driver's seat now. It was touch and go early on. You guys were really just blow for blow. Um, I'm guessing Perula's got the same issue that you do with trying to get, excuse me, stuff over into 1 and 8. But she did manage to get things slid over, and oh, nice drop cross there. We do say oh a lot in commentary. Oh, and a smile. Wow, you are feeling good about what's going on. Maybe something said in
Yeah,
commentaries.
maybe. I've played her enough that like even if I'm doing really well in a game, that does not mean anything. So um,
Yeah,
yeah.
but still, it's good to see a genuine smile from you. Most of the time, it's that's what I'm used to seeing. No, again, don't change. Whatever you do, do not change. This is it's half the fun, and people's personalities. Oh, that tap not where you wanted it.
Mm.
I love seeing people's personalities come out in their play style. It's it's people watching at its finest.
Yep.
Whew. You nearly gave me a heart attack with that tap over to 6. Yeah, I mean you got the drop, but whew, made me nervous. And yeah, now you're getting stun locked, but that was only 3. Do you put a lot of stock into getting stun locks? I mean, considering who you're playing against, I would assume that yes, because Perula is a clearly a heavy stun locker.
Yeah. Yeah, it gets pretty scary and it keeps happening.
Mm-hmm.
Normally, like I have patience, I don't mind too much, but yeah, it's definitely a bad spot to be stun locked.
Yeah. I mean, it. Sometimes I like the fact that it gives me a second to look over at my opponent's board, kind
Hmm.
of look over what I've got, make some better plans. But then you know that those plans are going to just get destroyed again by the next garbage that
Hmm.
comes through. So,
Yeah.
like, what do I do? Yeah, I honestly, even through your stoic demeanor, I can see the look of frustration starting to come through. You're like, Thanksgiving is not going to be fun for you, gal. Which is just a general
Yeah,
joke. I don't know if you guys actually all spend Thanksgiving together. Go ahead.
I don't think so. But yeah, see, I'm frustrated too because if I had gotten that puck early on with that blue red, then I would have cleared that column by now. But
Right.
no, it's like the end of my game. Yeah.
Yeah. This is very reminiscent of that game in Cincinnati. Like the fact
Oh
that
yeah.
it's reversed actually because you're in the position Perula was in. I had been watching her board during that game, and this was kind of where she was, just kind of trying to get everything nailed down, and you kind of swooped in there and all but stole it. Or maybe it was the other way. Maybe I was watching you. Yeah, now you get mad about that tuck now. It happened
Like
again.
twice in a row now.
You're usually so hard to read. I'm really enjoying being able to read your face. I really am. I'm not just making that up. I'm really enjoying this. Because, yeah, here it comes. You
Yeah, sorry.
No, no, the stoicism was coming back for just a second because you were really getting focused on trying to get this right. You're just like, give me a red, give me any red right now. There it goes. Okay. Into the drop, into the drop. Oh, and here comes more garbage. Yeah. This is again though, I don't think you'd lost a single crown up to this point in the whole tournament. So this had been
I
a
also won the one, but yeah.
oh yeah, yeah, you lost the one against Elsie, I forgot.
Mhm.
But you know, you're showing good resilience so far. But Perula's just about finished with her board. You're cursing the pills like a true Dr. Mario player.
Oh,
Finally
thank
got that
goodness.
tuck. I feel like if you hadn't gotten it that time, the whole tournament might have ended up differently.
I would have just like given up.
But I mean, do you think you would have gotten completely uh, tilted had that not gone through, knowing that you'd
Yeah.
missed it three times in a row? Would it have affected future games? Is the question.
I don't know. No, I think once a new game starts, it's just a reset. But
Okay. Oh, wow, that was a fun one. All right, next crown. Again, it's a really boring first pill because you're going to go 7-8. I mean,
yeah,
there's the
yeah,
potential to put it 3-4 and set up for a horizontal on the reds. I don't even really
yeah.
like that play.
Too much work.
It would work, but you'd need the right pills to follow. So, okay, very curious. But all the way to the right, you're both going there. All right, you got the first drop that time. It was very close, but you two did the same plays. And it is amazing how quickly that 1 to 2 frames of difference can affect the game. Oh, wait, let me back it up. Were you hoping to get? You were hoping to get the tuck, weren't you?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, because when I saw the garbage drop, I was like, "Oh, yep, that she's mad now." Because I saw your face change just the slightest bit when that garbage came down. Yep, there it is. It's like, oh, she wanted it. She wanted it bad and did not get it. This is why I think so many people just get angry at at when they're playing this game
Mhm.
because it is so frustrating.
Yeah.
There's another combo she messed up for you. I think it's less insulting for the on the game's part when you don't have the combo just ready and ripe in the next bill coming up. Because when it does that, you're just like, why? You couldn't have done that, a pill sooner or later, and then I wouldn't feel as bad about it.
Hmm.
All right, so okay, so far so good with being able to do kind of a little of this, little of that for getting it worked down as well as getting your combos. So you got to be feeling good at this point.
Yep.
All right, I yeah, I don't have a lot to say about what we're seeing here. You're clearly not in the best position, but I mean, you've started kind of forcing some garbage over onto your sister's side, and oh, that was a really good garbage drop for you because that's going to turn a triple. Just at no point going for those blues horizontally. That's again, that's the speed coming out because I'm trained to find horizontals like that, and to see you pass them up twice with a double blue, I'm just like, no, no. I mean, obviously you, but no. Oh, that's a tough. I mean, at this point, okay, there you go. I was gonna say at this point, you're thinking about a double red, but you just said screw it. I'm gonna clear it no matter what. Offset fat log. Great way to take things down a notch. And I mean, it's still a tough board for both of you, but it was for a while there. You were facing down the barrel, and she was in a better position. I'd still say she's probably in a better position, but it's not by nearly as much. And oh,
Mm.
that's survival, survival. Oh, wow.
Worked out.
Yeah, it did. How much of that was planned and how much of it was luck?
There's probably 50-50.
Okay,
Or yeah.
that's fair. That's totally fair.
Well, yeah. Probably more luck than planned, but
Well, your ability to work with the luck that you're given is, that's always key. And again, like I said earlier, I didn't pre-watch this. I don't know who wins this particular crown. I'm on the edge of my seat just like everybody else. You're showing really good survival instincts here.
yeah.
Do you get it over? That's no. Okay. Okay, so it's 2-1. This is the first time you found yourself in this position. put me in your headspace right now.
Um, yeah, I better win this one to make it a
Right. Yeah,
decider.
we know that.
It's just so sad when when you lose, you're just out. So yeah,
Yeah.
but
But I mean,
yeah.
this is the first time you're facing elimination. You know, you lose, you top out here. Your sister takes it all. What
Yep.
what changes? I mean, you said earlier that maybe you're trying to be a little more aggressive. What's or is it just you know what? It's another crown. Got to get the crown.
Um, yeah, the crown means more in this, in this game, but I think I'd probably t try to play it a little safer at the top. But yeah, I don't know. It, it I just yeah, it's tough.
All right. Well, double blue, uh, six maybe.
Uh, yeah,
Okay,
maybe.
five.
Oop.
Okay. Yeah, that was kind of a dealer's choice almost. Oh, that's not a good placement. Are you sure you win
Mm-mm.
this?
I guess so.
Yeah, yeah. I knew you did, but man, and that's such a tough moment because I and I get this in speed sometimes where I'll be sitting there going, okay, I can pull this off, but I have to play that. That's perfect. That was the right play there. I have to play my best possible game, and then the first thing I do is end up with a missed drop or something, and it's
Yep.
you're like, oh, now I've
Game
made it
over.
worse. So we're going to talk about resilience, and this is going to be one of the things we end up talking about, I think, because that missed drop on seven, it feels like a dagger right there.
Hmm. Right early in the game.
Mm-hmm. But clearly, you slowed your game down. Of course, Perula's got you on the ropes with stun locking, and it makes it tough. But that's just such a tough spot to be in. And kudos for pulling it out. Honestly, there's the play into a drop. Disgusting. I don't even know what shape that was. Just know I can't imagine pulling something like that off on purpose. And there it goes. The garbage is now no longer the issue. I mean, it's kind of the issue, but it's not as big an issue.
Hmm.
Drop into a cross. Yeah, I mean, we get the benefit now of knowing you don't lose another one, but it's still it. This could have gone either way very quickly.
Yeah.
Okay, wow. And now the faces have swapped. You're the one, with the focus, and she's the one that I'm just like, okay, she's definitely feeling it, feeling the frustration as with every garbage drop. Oh, been through this too many times myself. I know exactly how both of you are feeling. Wow. And I love the pivot, especially because it's going to give you a triple where you had a double set up. You are going to play it. Okay. I was just about to ask, do you see this triple horizontal and is it something you're going to go for? And clearly the answer is not only yes, but you're going to get this double red here to set it up even better. I
Yeah.
absolutely love that play. And you thought of it so quickly too because I'd been sitting here looking at it, but you nailed it in no time. Wait, why does your
Right.
boards look different? Oh, okay, I see why. It's like, why do you have that and she doesn't? I was thinking that there was a virus and two viruses that weren't matching up, but they matched. That would have been really weird to find out that we had a glitch in the game. Okay, yeah, this is just chef's kiss. That is exactly what you needed. All right, combo. Is it a tuck? Oh, nope, it's not gonna be a tuck. She prevented it. All right, here comes another combo, and yeah, I was gonna say I feel like you're gonna drop this down, and you've still got one preserved. Although I feel like you're looking for the red blue more than you are the blue yellow, especially since the combos are there. But now you don't have the option for a blue yellow. Really smart horizontal setup there. Okay, I take the vertical, dropping the horizontal out of the way into a combo we like. This is the sort of play we like. Didn't really know what to do with that double yellow, did you?
Nope.
And then, okay, not waiting around for the blue red makes, or the yellow red makes sense. It was just kind of not there. Yeah, and you definitely have switched your style up to where it's more, let me go for the combos. I'll take pills or I'll take viruses where I can, but right now, let me just get the combos. It seems to be kind of where the thought process is. And I think that's a good play, especially, your sister's up to 50 and and rising because she keeps dropping combos on you. This is where that Leviticus play of not pressing down, not doing combos, excuse me, starts coming into play. Had you heard him talking about that?
Um, because of the drop time or
Basically that because uh, because dropping garbage slows your opponent down, when they are up at speeds that they have trouble maintaining, you're actually better off not comboing and not pressing down to keep yourself from getting into those same speeds. Ooh, fat log.
yeah. Yeah, okay.
It's
Yeah, I've heard that.
it's
I
not
still
it's not something we do much, but yeah, go ahead.
yeah, it still feels like it should help. Yeah, I get what you're saying though. Um, but it's just hard to not
Oh yeah,
not
yeah,
combo when you play. Yeah.
very counterintuitive.
Hmm.
Man. Okay, I was wondering when that blue linchpin was going to drop because
Yeah.
it just doesn't doesn't fit. Okay, into the fat log. Is the head shake at your own play or it's something the commentary is saying? Do you know?
No. Yeah, my own play. I was trying to get the blue with the yellow in one combo, but I accidentally got it didn't work out the way I wanted it to.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got a few like very prominent head shakers. Fwubs being kind of the most. Oh wow, that was a big combo from Perula, and you're lucky. You're just lucky with those drops.
Yeah.
Those
Yep.
that garbage comes somewhere else. This game goes differently, and I'm talking to her today instead of you.
Hmm.
Whew, that is This is so close.
Mhm.
I don't even know what she needs because I've been watching her board. I, I guess she doesn't really have a good setup for it. Maybe a yellow over the top and then take that yellow out horizontally. But oh, it was such a close one.
That's surprising.
Yeah, the nerves very clear on both your faces. Like you know this is for everything, and you neither one of you is real happy about it. I mean, is this the oh? Can we just call it a draw face, or are you both just,
Probably, yeah. Yeah.
or is the competition between the two of you such that you're just like ah?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I think we definitely enjoy playing each other. Um, so
All right. Well, I promised to get you out by two, so we're just gonna quick watch this one, and then we'll get you out of here. But man, oh man, this I I don't remember if I watched this one live or not, but this just goes back and forth so quickly. Again, your early game not showing off
just
that
not.
hey, you're gonna win. Not decisive at all. But you come back and kind of survive it. That's whew, that takes something. Yeah, and I like that setup there. That's gonna go ahead and get you good and ready to go. I know Leviticus was telling me as like as you two were playing each other uh, in Cincinnati, he was describing, or maybe it was Rodzilla. Somebody was describing the very distinct play styles between the two of you. Is is that something you can pinpoint yourself, or is it just you don't pay that much attention to how what the differences are between the two of you when it comes to how you play?
Um, yeah, it's hard to say. I do feel like we play differently. Um, I think she does a lot more like sideways horizontal combos. And I think she likes to build up more and doesn't play it as safe.
Okay. Yeah, I couldn't remember exactly what the differences were. I do know that it's weird to say, but who your opponent is and how their play style is set up could definitely have made a difference in this game for sure. Um, the early play that you had where things were looking kind of shaky. I know there are certain players who would have done everything they could to top you out immediately in that point. And
Mm.
again, it's not as much luck of the draw as much as just what styles are more dominant and pair better with the people that are there. It's just interesting to think that how different this could have been depending on who was on the other side of each game.
Hmm.
So crazy.
Yep.
But it's the game we play. All right, you've got her stacked up. The question is, are you going to try to put the dagger in? Well, I mean, that was just a given. That was a really nice horizontal into a combo. And yeah, here come the combos. That is gonna be all she wrote very quickly here. Oh, Brula's got a really good survival instinct here.
Hmm.
Oh wow, into a triple there. I keep expecting any moment for you to knock out a big combo, and then that's what ends it. But looks like she did work herself out of it. Do you work with the trainers or anything to try to get your survival skills or your combos or anything built up, or is it just do as much live play as you can on Fightcade and hope for the best?
Yeah, I prefer live play, but I do have the trainer. I definitely need to practice more with that.
And do
But
you
yeah, it's not the same.
I was just going to ask,
Like,
do you have a specific regimen you do ahead of actual tournaments where you're like, okay, let me go ahead and you know, work with the trainer, or work a little bit more on Fightcade, find, you know, kind of figure out, maybe I can figure out who's coming to the tournament and scope their play style or something, or you should just
mhm.
play a whole bunch and don't worry about if I'm going to a tournament or not.
Yeah, I should definitely do more of all that, but I think mostly I just try to play more um leading up to it. But yeah, I definitely should watch more games and practice specific strategies. Um, I just don't always do that. I think Perula does a lot of the yeah, analyzing. Like when Lev was doing some analytical stuff, she was big on watching
Mm-hmm.
his takes on people's plays. And I think that's super helpful.
Yeah, I hope it's
Yeah.
super helpful since that's the whole point of what we're doing now. Uh,
Yeah, well, definitely.
and I definitely I've made no secret of the fact that uh, half the reason that I do this is so that I can get better at my own play, because
Mhm.
we've got so many strong players in the community with so many different ways of looking at things, and if we don't, that's if you're not learning, you're falling behind. I feel like so.
Mhm.
I really do appreciate you coming on and sharing, you know, your thoughts on the way you play. This is the sort of thing that we encourage new players to check out. So I appreciate you being a part of that.
Yeah.
All
Thank you
right.
for.
Oh, of course. 5 to 27, but certainly not just a guarantee here. Is it's it's such a tough layout of this board, and oh, you lucked out so much right there. The garbage was the right garbage. Man, there was I think it was my match against Dave Smith in Louisville, like the first year when I surprised everyone, including myself, by actually winning. That at one point I got a really good pill set, and I remember Savage saying, "What a charmed life this man leads." That's kind of how I'm feeling right now, watching a few of the pills that you're getting. With that, ooh,
Yeah,
that was
that's how I
gorgeous.
feel with so many. Yeah. And I always feel bad. It's like it feels unfair, but then at the same time,
You're getting the
I
same
don't know, it's
pills.
just the game, yeah.
And it's not like the game can predict where anybody's going to end up at any point, because there's so much RNG involved with the garbage, and so much of the players play, you know, so much of their personalities that have to come through. So it is, oh wow, that was good garbage for you, because now you're just a blue horizontal away, excuse me, from at least being clearer.
Hmm.
At this point, do you start stacking up the yellows? No, you're trying to build up. Okay. Didn't know if maybe you were going to go ahead and pre-stack the yellows on top of two to try to get, you know, everything set up. But
Yeah, it would have been smart, but
uh, what's smart and what's feasible are two different things sometimes.
yeah,
So
especially when you're getting comboed so much. Yeah, you never know.
yeah, yeah, and it's not like you're facing somebody who's really good at combos. No, she she's been raining them down the whole match. All right, there's one,
Yeah.
there's two. Wow,
Oof.
that is that is great. All right. Well, I know you've got somewhere to be, so I won't be too long in the goodbyes. But is there anything you want to add? Anybody, you know, anything you want to shout out to? Just anything we haven't already covered.
Um, Not really. Just, I mean, thank you to everybody, the whole community for being some of the friendliest people I've met. And then for you and Lev, who does podcasts, and all the commentators, and yeah, just everybody. And yeah, anybody I play against, it just, I'm glad that this community exists and I can play my favorite game. So thank you.
Absolutely. Well, thank you. You know, like I said, this has been a long time coming, but I really appreciate my guest Pangolin for coming out, hanging out with us, imbuing us with the wisdom. And to everybody who's watching, thank you so much for hanging out. And until next time, be good, be safe, be happy. Y'all have a good one. And don't forget, in about an hour, we're going to be having the Phoenix Regional over at the DrMC. You're not going to want to miss that. Hopefully, they will be getting started over there, like I said, around 3 o'clock. Have a good night.